So if you are seeing us, just put down a comment so that we know you're here.
Yes, please. We will be starting very soon in a few seconds. If you are with us, put a comment, leave a comment at on this page so we know that you're here. Okay, it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Can we start now?
Sure.
All right. First, I think for both of us, we want to say thank you for everyone who has joined us here tonight. This is the second time I'm doing this actually. I think Wai Fong has done it a few times. So thank you very much.
First time.
First time. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Doing Bach flower, yes.
So excuse us if there is any hiccup. But not to worry, because this session will be recorded. So even if there is an hiccup, we will repost it, edit it a bit, remove all the hiccups, and then repost it. Okay?
Okay.
Now, just a little bit background on Wai Fong. I first met you about a year ago, I think.
Yeah, in the
old
studio.
Yes, I went to your old studio to discuss renting a space for workshop and consultation.
Right.
And then after that, we dropped off. We kind of lost touch. And a few months back, we reconnected. And I was privileged to join you in your workshop. We ran a workshop together on dementia and emotional wellness. Right. And that is where I learned from Wai Fong's background that she has a lot of experience, both in clinical as well as in her own personal, a lot of experience in emotional wellness and dementia. So I've asked us to join us today to talk about how to balance your emotion and boost your immune system with Bach flower remedy. She's a registered practitioner. When it comes to Bach flower remedy, she would be the person you want to ask. So my first question, that's also the first question that I asked you when I first met you. What is Bach flower remedies, and how is that different from essential oil? Is it essential oil?
Right. So that's a very common question that we get as Bach flower registered practitioner. It's first a very short answer. It's very different from essential oil. So let me tell you what Bach flower remedy offers. So this is a system that draws on the vital forces of flowers and to help us balance our emotions. Okay, and our emotions is very closely tied to the general well-being. And so this system is developed by Dr. Edward Bach in the 1920s and 30s. Yes, this is him. And behind him is the Bach Center in UK, where all the Bach flowers are, the flowers that are discovered by him are still growing there, and all the remedies are still made from there. So he was a very well-known physician, a bacteriologist, and a homeopath for a short time. And during his practice, he realized that there are people who he treated, relapse after a few years, or the people are reacting differently to the same illness. People are reacting differently to the same medicine. So he was very puzzled why this was the case. And so he liked to observe people, and he realized that people, the personality of a person, and the way a person reacts to different situations in life, actually have an impact on our health. Okay, and then so he realized that once the emotion baggages or emotion imbalances are being taken care of, a lot of our physical illnesses we were able to get well much faster. And so he wanted to look at the root cause, and he believed that in the nature there are something that can help us heal ourselves, and we can heal ourselves too. And so this whole system is the main objective is to help us heal ourselves, heal our own emotional well-being, so that we can live, we can be more stable, we can have clarity of mind, so that we can make good life choices and we can react better. You know, if we are in an illness, we can react better to the medicine that we're taking or even the decision that we're making throughout our healing process.
So it helps a lot with mental clarity.
Yes, a lot with mental clarity. Because when we are in an emotional state, a lot of the time we feel that our mind are cluttered and we can't really think very properly. And then we need to make a lot of very crucial decisions, but then we cannot do that because there's something bothering us and we don't know how to get out of it. And so depending on the emotional state you are in, different flowers will attend to it, and that will help us to give us back the mental clarity.
So how many different types of flowers are there?
Right there, altogether, Dr. Bach went around the England countryside and looked at wildflowers, and he discovered 38 in total, 38 flowers. Yes.
Okay.
Each flower will attend to a certain emotional state. We can use them singularly or in combination. So this is how it looks like, the whole set. 38 flowers with one blend in the whole system, which is called the crisis formula that we use in emergency cases or for treating sudden burst of emotions. Yeah.
So it's water based. I mean the bottles that you have shown us.
Okay, so that brings us to the question that you were asking, the difference between Bach remedies and flower, or basically flower remedies and essential oil. So we all know essential oil is a very concentrated form of the material form. So we probably have to have like 1 whole ton of flower petals to extract a small amount of essential oil. And so it's a very concentrated, potent form of that flower or that plant. Whereas in flower remedies, there's no material form altogether. Only the energies, only the vital forces from the flowers are being extracted and being preserved in water. Yes. So this is in Bach Center. If you have a chance to visit Bach Center, when the flowers are in full bloom, you will see lots of these bowls in the garden. So the flowers, when they're in full blooms, where they have the most abundant energy, okay, most abundant positive energy, it's plucked and then put in a bowl of clear spring water, put under the sun for 3 hours. The heat from the sun will pass through and extract the energy from the flowers, and then water is used. Water can remember. Water has memory.
The water memory.
Yes, it will retain the energies from the flowers, and we preserve this water with alcohol, natural preservative, brandy, and then it is packaged into this stock bottle that you can buy from the market. And it's preserved in 2 ways. This one is preserved with alcohol, and we have another version that's preserved with vegetable glycerin.
Right. So so I assume you provide consultation.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
And then your clients, and you give the remedies to your client. So you mix the different flowers for different conditions.
Right. So during a typical consultation, clients will come in. Sometimes, most of the time, clients will come in with a physical complaint. Let's say I have headache because I can't sleep, or my leg very pain, or my back ache, or something. And in Bach flower, we use Bach flower to treat emotions. Essential oil can use to treat physical or emotional. In Bach flower remedies, there's no taste, no smell, so it's just water. So also, still on the differences between essential oil and Bach flower remedies. So there's no taste, no smell. This surprises a lot of people because they thought that it's something like essential oil that when you open it up, each one has
smell.
No smell, no.
Okay.
No, because it's only the water that's being preserved. Nothing from the flower is used. And so it's very safe, because unless you're allergic to water, or else there won't be any, allergy that we can talk about. Sometimes if people are very allergic to alcohol, yes, okay, then we can use the non-alcohol version.
Right.
Yes, and so when people come to us, we will ask them about how they feel about their physical complaints. For example, people come in with a headache and say that they can't sleep at night. And so inside the whole 38, the whole set of remedies, there's only one blend. So we don't have a blend for, let's say, insomnia. We don't have a blend for, let's say, diabetes or high blood pressure or anything like that. Because everybody experiences the so-called illness differently. So someone with insomnia could be that they cannot sleep because there's a lot of thoughts going on in their mind over and over again, like going nowhere. There could be someone who are very worried about their loved ones, especially during this period. There could be someone who are hurt a long time ago, and that hurt is still with them all the time. They cannot sleep. Or there may be people who cannot sleep because they work too hard. Okay, they keep working and working and working, and the brain just keep churning and churning, and then they couldn't rest. So there are different reasons for why we cannot sleep, why we have insomnia. So we'll talk to the client about the lifestyle. What do they think that have caused them to have that kind of problem? And then how do they feel about it? The most important thing, how do they feel about it? So the emotional side of things. And then we will help them with that. So after the consultation, we will select different remedies based on what we hear. And then we will discuss with the person as to which one will help them best. Because in every personal mix that we give them, we can only put 7 remedies inside at most. Okay, at most 7 remedies inside, because if we put too many, we don't know which one is really helping. So 7 remedies. So we'll help the person to prioritize what really do you want to, do you want improved in your life, and then we'll select the remedies and put them in this personal mix. So we will mainly water again. We put mineral water. It has to be a live water, not distilled water. So we put mainly mineral water up to here. And then each remedy that we select, we only put 2 drops inside. So in flower remedies, the concentration really doesn't matter. It's not about how dilute or how concentrated it is. You drink directly from here or you drink from here that is mixed with water, the effect is the same. Okay, because we're looking at vibrational energy, and our body is 70% water. So water is used as a conductor for this vibrational energy. So we put 2 drops each. Let's say I picked up 4 remedies for the person. I put 2 drops from each remedy inside here. And this one will be the personal mix for that person. And then when he or she takes it home, every day, the minimum dosage will be 4 times a day, each time 4 drops.
Sorry, so they it's not for topical.
Oral.
They actually
yes,
oral.
Yes, oral. So you have to take it, right? And only for people who cannot take it, for example, people who are in coma, young children, or sometimes people, like for dementia patients, sometimes they can get very agitated. Then we will ask people to put in a spray bottle, and then you can spray on the skin. As long as it has contact with the body, as I said, body 70% is water, the vibration energy will be able to go in and help us balance out the negative energies.
What is just out of curiosity, what is the oldest client you have and the youngest client you have?
Oldest,
Yeah.
I think 85.
Wow, okay.
At the present moment.
Right.
Youngest, not very, about P5, yeah.
Okay.
P5 that came with the parents, yeah.
Right.
During exam period, a lot of parents bring their kids in.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so parents, during exam period, a lot of parents bring their kids. Is it because of anxiety?
Because of anxiety, because they want their kids to, focus. And then sometimes, but I have to say, Okay, sometimes what the parents see as a problem for the child may not be the actual problem. So
Okay.
usually the parents will tell me one thing about the whole situation, what they want improved, and when I talk to the kid will tell me another story, which
Okay.
is the real, how they really feel. So
Right.
that's what Bachflower will help. Okay, so we need to know how that person really feel about the whole situation,
Right.
not about that situation itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you show one bottle of the flower and then just tell us briefly tell us what that
Sure.
flower is
Okay.
for?
Sure. Okay. Let's see. Maybe something that is pertaining to this period that people might be feeling.
Yes, yes.
Elm. Okay, let me talk about elm. That also. So this is called elm. Okay. So this is from the elm tree. The flowers from the elm tree. This remedy is very good for people who feel overwhelmed. Okay. If now we are all at home, and then especially mothers, I'm a mother, so I feel this, I drink this today. So um, housework suddenly doubled because there are more people at home, you have to clean the house more often, and then last time when people only come back for lunch or dinner, or not every day, so you
Right.
don't have to cook, but not every meal you have to cook. And then you have your own work to do. So there are so many things that you need to take care of, and then you might feel that overwhelming. That there are so many things I need to I need to do. And this is for this transitional state. That means you only feel it during this period. It's not that you're always in that kind of state of mind. So usually these are for people who are usually able to undertake all these tasks. But during a certain period of time, they suddenly feel overwhelmed,
Hmm.
like I cannot take it anymore. My stomach's starting to feel, bad, and I couldn't eat, and I forgot to drink, and sometimes forgot to breathe, or my breathing getting very short. These are all the physical manifestation, but there's an emotional side to it. So elm will help us to relax. So just let's say for me today, I took elm because there's just too many things that I need to take care of. And then without realizing it, that I felt sleepy. So it
Okay.
actually, made me rest. So that
Right.
when I'm rested, my mind becomes clearer. Then I know what to prioritize, what to do, and I prioritize all my tasks. And
Right.
so for dinner, it's takeout. Yeah.
So my understanding is that when your stress is high, normally whether you feel anxious, depressed, stress, situation gets stressful, and as long as your stress level goes up, you have hormonal changes, cortisol
Right.
goes up, and then cortisol will suppress your immune system.
Right.
Right, so is that how so by using Bach flower remedy you
Mm.
can reduce stress, or what would I say, balance?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is energy medicine, which is quite different from our conventional understanding of the allopathy medicine.
Yes.
Allopathy medicine is chemistry plus biology. So we use chemical or drugs to sort of suppress some of our chemical, things in our body,
Biochemicals,
or
yeah.
biochemicals. But for energy medicine, it's about vibrational forces. So it's
Right.
about physics and biology. So it's a totally different concept. So it takes time for people to understand or to grasp this concept. So how does it work? The flower, or let's say someone gives you a bunch of flowers, right? Or
Right.
imagine that you're holding a bunch of flowers. You don't have to eat it, or you don't have to consume any part of it, but so that there's no chemistry going on in your body. But then you feel happy, right? You feel suddenly uplifted, right? And so that's how it works. There is this magical, vital forces from flowers that can uplift our spirit. And so when we collected this energy that is preserved in water and we take it in, and our body is filled with the positive energy, and that will flood out the negative energy. And if you do the frequency thing,
Right.
when we are at A negative state, our frequency is very low. Let's say this is the neutral line. Then negative will be very low. And then we input with very good positive energy, high frequency. It sort of balances out. So you return to a more balanced state. And that's why Bach flower works in a very subtle way. Sometimes you don't really feel it. It's very different from when you have a headache, you take Panadol and then your headache goes away. Or when you have a cold and then you take the flu medicine and it makes you drowsy. So that kind of like today when I go to sleep and the drowsiness from a drug is very, very different. So like for today, after taking the remedy and I went to sleep, it's a very normal kind of the body wanting you to go and sleep. It's like you're just feeling sleepy. You don't have any kind of that drowsy effect of taking a drug. So there's no side effects. There's no worry about overdosage. There's also no worry about taking the wrong remedy. Okay, because if the energy you don't need, you already have it, then it doesn't have any effect on you. Yeah, I think I lost your question.
No. I think you got it. Yeah, you got it. You answered the question. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just curious.
Yes.
I have heard of Bach flower remedies a few times.
Right.
Yeah, but I think you are the first person I've met that
Uh-huh.
actually practices Bach flower remedies. So
Okay.
how long have you been doing this?
Okay. I was first introduced to the Bach flower remedy in 2005.
Wow. Okay.
That was when I came back. I was doing my PhD coursework, and then I came back from the US back into Singapore.
Right.
And we
Okay.
moved back now
Right.
because of a family member being ill. So we moved back. We decided to move back. And then that was the time when Singapore has a huge influx of foreigners. So it was very different compared to the time that I left it. And so when I came back, I was very, cannot get used to the crowdedness, the loud noises and all that. And so I had panic attack. And so I went to see a TCM doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the one who recommended to me Bach flower.
Wow.
And she was also trained in this. But she cannot prescribe it to me because she's working for a TCM clinic.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, you go and Google and find where you can find rescue remedy, a crisis formula, okay, which is the only blend in this whole system. And it's probably the most well-known remedy of this whole system. So she asked me to go find this. And I Googled and then I found one company, Essential Living, that was selling this at that time, but they don't have a storefront. So I went to their office and bought my first crisis formula, and I used it, and it was so amazing that I kept this. I always have this in my bag now. So it's for any kind of a situation. So if you want to know more, maybe we can talk after this. But just to tell the story. So that was how I got introduced to Bach flower. And then after that, I looked up the web and then tried out several remedies. And then I realized that there's a course to be taken. So I took it from the very first practitioner in Singapore, Deki So. So my first training was in Singapore. And then and then I became a practitioner. I did my clocking my hours and then became registered with the Bach Center. And so I started practicing in 2015, 2016, I can't really remember. But I've taken it for a long time, since 2005. So I'm a user turned a practitioner. And so I share a lot of my own stories with my clients. And then 2 years ago, I went and did the teaching course. And so I'm also now teaching a level 1 certification course that is approved by the Bach Center. And so during this course, we will teach people to use the 38 remedies, the whole set, so that after the course, you'll be able to treat yourself and your family members. And so this whole system, there's one thing that I like very much about this whole system. It's about the self-healing process. This whole system, Dr. Bach wanted everyone to be able to heal themselves so that they can build up their immune system in a day-by-day basis. and not wait until you are struck with an illness, then you go figure out what can help you. But we need to, like taking a bath every day to clean up our physical debris. We also need to take care of our emotional well-being, so that then your cortisol level won't be so high, and your hormones won't get haywired, and you won't fall ill so easily. So that you can build your immune. You can have the immune system will be at ease to build up. Yeah, the body doesn't have to take extra energy to go fight other things. Okay. So yes.
So the course that you refer to, is there a difference? It's for a normal person. Let's say, like for me, I'm a nutrition therapist. I'm not a Bach
Right.
flower. Let's say I'm interested.
Right.
Is it,
Right.
but not as a therapist? So is it that
Right.
type of course, or is it,
Right.
or it's only for therapists? That mean?
No. So there are 3 levels in the whole training. The first and second level is for any layperson. Okay. The first
Ah,
level, okay, I didn't finish myself. So Dr. Bach's philosophy was for everyone to understand how to use these 38 remedies so that you can help yourself. You don't have to come to me.
right. Okay.
Yes. So the whole idea is to educate so that everybody knows how to take care of your own emotional well-being. And so the course is designed in such a way that after the course, 14 hours, you will know how to use this whole set, so that you can use it every day, to integrate it in your everyday life. Let's say today I'm going to go on stage and giving a talk, and I have stage fright. And so I know which remedy to pick to help me. Or
Okay.
today I have an argument with my husband, let's say, and I'm feeling frustrated and angry and all kinds of mixed emotion. And if I know how to use this remedy, I'll be able to fix it, that day, and
Right.
don't let it accumulate in your body, right? So level 1 is for general public, people who want to understand the remedy system, and so that after the course you'll be able to use it. You do your personal mix for yourself and your family members. The second level is if you want to learn more, for example, the subtle differences between the remedies, and then you can start using it with your friends. Okay, and only if you want to become a practitioner, then you take level 3.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So
Level
the
3 will have exams, and we'll have case studies. You need to write papers and things like that. Yeah.
So the course that you were talking about that you offered is
Yes.
all the way
Level
to
1.
level. Oh, it's level 1.
No.
Okay.
I will. Yes, I'll do only level 1. Yes.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
But
How many?
we have practitioner offering level 2 and 3 in Singapore also.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, Jackie. So yes. So later we will show the place where you can find the different people doing Bach
Is
flower
it
in
in the
Singapore.
website that you
Yes,
shared?
it's in the website.
Okay. Can
It's
I
in
show the
the,
website?
yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on, audience. I will share my screen on the
Right.
website.
So you can go
Share.
to Bach Center, the website Bach Center, and then look for, registered practitioner listing. And then you search for Singapore, and then it will show a whole list of practitioner doing, these are for practitioners. But if you're looking for courses, there are now 1, 2, 3, 4 practitioners offering courses in Singapore. And you can also, my talks and course dates are in my own website, centerofjoy.com, Bach Flower Courses. You can
Which
also
is
Google.
this one? Bach
Yes.
flower
Yeah.
courses.
So
Yeah,
all
okay.
my course dates are there. And then on the Bach Center, you can also search for level 1 courses. Where is it being offered in the world? And
Okay.
you can go find one that's suitable for you.
Okay. So I just summarize a bit on the immune side. So the way I understand it, if I'm wrong, correct me.
Sure.
So the way I understand it is Bach flower remedies can help to the first two things lah. The first thing that I understood was Bach flower remedies can help to manage your stress and emotional well-being. So
Right.
by that, because when you are stressed, your immune system is suppressed. So when there's
Right.
less stress, your immune system is not suppressed. It can
Exactly.
function optimally.
Right.
Then the second one that I believe I caught a bit in your conversation was on the energy level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Bach flower remedies can, because of the vibrational, because of the vibration from the flowers, you can boost the energy of the immune system.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Can
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I add on a little bit.
Yes,
So for the
please.
first point about the immune system and our emotional state, so it is also how do I say a trend in the medical field that there is a very close link. So there's now a branch that studies which is called neuropsychoimmunology.
Okay,
So the
neuropsychoimmunology. Okay.
neuropsychoimmunology. So there is a very strong link between your emotional state, your mental state, and your immune system. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So they are all interlinked, right?
Makes sense. Makes
Right.
sense.
Right.
Right.
And the other the other side that you were mentioning about the energy level,
Right.
maybe I give example of a client or some of my clients.
All right.
So usually when they come in, it will be they will be like, have many emotional problem issues. Like most of the time they'll be crying, and then a lot of stuff that they shared. And so if they will maybe from one particular case. So she was with me for almost a year now, but roughly about 4 5 months down the road, right? So I asked her. So because I already sensed that there's a huge change in her because she comes in with more smile, less tears, and then you can see her whole outlook is different. She looks prettier, slimmer. She managed to slim down. Okay, and then so I asked her, comparing, because a lot of people taking remedies, they don't feel it, and then they will think that it's probably not having an effect on me. So I asked her, you compare, when you first came and see me, and now, how do you feel? How can you see the difference? And then they suddenly realize, oh yes, I remembered, you know, 4 months ago, I was in this very depressed state, and now I am quite different.
Wow.
And so that's about the clarity of mind, and then the energy level. And then when these are all enhanced or heightened, then you have a better chance to seize life opportunities.
Mm.
Okay, just like people wanting to lose weight. I'm sure you know that people with very low immune system, when they are very stressed, it's very difficult for them to lose weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the digestive system is being compromised.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
even if you take a lot of vitamins, very good vitamins, you can't
There's poor
absorb them.
absorption. Yeah.
Right, no absorption. And because there's this that this energy emotional state that they are in is preventing the body to function in the most optimal state. And so by taking care of the emotional side of things, the body will slowly recover themselves.
Right.
And then you have a better absorption. So you may be eating the same amount of vitamins, but before, when you're in a depressed state, and when you're in a more uplifted state, the absorption is different.
Right. Very
Right.
interesting. Yeah.
Right.
It's a very different. It's very different to a lot of people.
Yeah.
To talk about energy, and and even Bach flower remedies itself. When I first posted out on Facebook, I get a lot of questions. Is what is that? Katherine, what is
Uh-huh.
that? Is that
Uh-huh.
essential oil? So now we know it's not essential
No,
oil.
it's not.
It's not even oil based. It's actually
No,
water
no.
based,
Yeah. It's,
and
it's
it's
not even water based. It's just energy in water.
energy in
I
water.
mean,
Yes, the
it's,
water
yeah.
is the medium to
Yes, it's just
carry.
the medium
Yeah,
that,
to carry.
yes.
Correct. No, it's all very interesting. And if anyone has any question, we ran a bit over time, but it's okay. If anyone
Oh,
has any
yes.
questions, just feel free to post it. We will come back to you with all the answers. And I also understand, because you shared this as well. Hold on, can I also understand that you provide video consultation?
Yes, especially during this circuit breaker period, because we can't go out, so we can't do a face-to-face consultation. So during this period, I provide online consultation at a very discount rate.
Okay.
at $30 for every 40 minutes of consultation.
So yeah, this
So
is from
just,
your website, right?
yes. So just contact me. That's the phone number. And or you can also go to the website and then email me whichever way you feel more comfortable. And then we can set up a time. And the other way is that you can go to the Bach Center and look at the 38 remedies, go through them, see what state you're in, maybe, and then you do a selection. Then you contact me, I will review your selection for you, and then I'll make the remedy bottle for you. Yes. And I also offer online courses during this period for the level 1 certification course. So if people are interested, they can also look at the time whether it is suitable for you. So there is the English course and also the Mandarin course.
Oh, so you actually run, oh yeah, English.
Yes, English and Mandarin.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all online.
Online. Yes,
Right.
for April and May, I make all classes online so that it's easier for people to attend. Okay. So, and they are at half price off. So this never happened before. So please seize the chance.
Okay.
Yes.
Online
Okay.
courses.
Yes, so for the English, it will be 5 Tuesday evenings, 7 to 10 p.m. Because the whole course takes up about 14 hours. Okay,
Wow.
so we have to
Okay.
split it into different several days. So for the English course, it will be over 5 Tuesday evenings, starting from 28 April. And then for the Mandarin course, it will be from May, during May, 3 Sundays, 17, 24, and 31.
Right.
So just contact me, and then if you want to find out more about the courses.
So they can contact you at this same number?
Yes,
This WhatsApp,
yes.
812-668-03.
03.
Yeah. Or they can go to your website, which is
Right,
Center of Joy.
right. Center of Joy.
Yeah.
Or you can go to my website, Center of Joy. You just type Center of Joy, you'll be able to find it.
Facebook, Center of
Facebook.
Joy. Facebook is at
Center.
Center of Joy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you have any last words that you want to share before we end the call?
No, I hope there are questions that I can help with, and I hope this session allows more people to know more about Bach flower.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
Yes, so education is very important because really not a lot of people know about it in Singapore, in Asia.
Yeah, true.
Oh yes, and I hope everyone during this period find a way to release your stress. Doing more breathing. The last week shared by Jeff. Yes, the deep breathing exercises.
Yep.
And sing. Singing is very good for you. Sing and dance and let the energy flow in your body. Yes. So wishing everyone good health and good mood.
Okay. Yes, it's important. Good mood, good health, mind and mental. Yes, your mental health and your body health is equally important.
Right.
All right. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Katherine. Thank you, everyone.
I will send out the recording tomorrow if I can get it edited in time.
Okay, no worries.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to end. Hold on. Let me stop the share and I'm going to end the live session now. So
Bye.
goodbye, everyone.